You the first I'm telling this to. You got to be sweet.
Oh,
What? He done took their money to record it. We up here blowing their budget, on studio time, weed, Pizza Hut, everything, man. We kids. We kids, man. I'm like 23. You know what I'm saying? So I was the oldest in the clique. I'm 23, them niggas like, I think Bomb was 19, Pimp was 18. Nigga, we around here doing what a 23-year-old oldest nigga in the clique could do. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine. And so I had a little bit more, fuck with them. Taking them out through Oak Cliff and Cliff Club, 2 pesos and all that. So I acclimated them to the city pretty tough. So they know Dallas. They know the ins and outs and outs of Dallas. So it was a beautiful thing.
Yeah. I seen Pimp he showed Dallas love.
I love because back then, Dallas was their #1 market. They blew up in Dallas. Mm-hmm. They started in Houston. And then Dallas has always been their #1 market. And then they started battling between Dallas and Atlanta. So, but all over the world, I don't care. They would sell records everywhere. But Dallas was #1 for them. And we did more shows in Louisiana than anywhere. But Dallas was #1 for UGK. And every time we did a show here, it was electric. I mean, fucking electric, bro.
So when did Bobo say, man, I'm going to do me out?
Well, when I in between Super Tight, we were traveling a lot, right? Mm-hmm. Doing shows. I mean, we were doing 3-4 shows a week. But eventually, after a year and a half of touring off the same album, shows slow down. Mm-hmm. They go from 3 to 4 a week to 2 a week. Then they go from 2 a week to 1 a week. And next thing you know, you every other week with a show. So next thing you know, I go get me a gig. I've always worked, square gigs.
You gotta keep some for show money coming in.
Yeah, I had moved. I was living with Pimp. Then I got my own place in Port Arthur, and which happened to be right there by the mall. So I'm walking back and forth from Sears.
So you moved to Port Arthur?
Yeah, because they were flying me to wherever they were.
Yeah.
So they was like if I got a show in Atlanta, they gonna fly Bobo to meet them in Atlanta. And they gonna catch another flight, and one time it just became because it was a show that was on Thanksgiving. Never forget. And so I got to fly out on Thanksgiving Day. Well, I take that back. It's the day before Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. We had a show on day before Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving Day, but my flight is on that day before Thanksgiving. So this was like probably about my 5th show. So I go down to Little Field. They say the ticket's out there waiting at the ticket desk.
At the airport. They waiting on you.
Bro, it's mass hysteria because it's a holiday. Nobody's thinking like this. We kids. Mm-hmm. I get there and it's a standby ticket.
Oh, yeah, you got to be on time.
Bro, and I'm standing there waiting from like 8 o'clock, from probably about 7 o'clock to about 8:30, just standing there by the booth, the lady calling names, and at the last minute, she said, baby, you could go. And I jumped on that plane, bro, got in Houston just in enough time for somebody to catch me at the airport. I really didn't get a chance to change clothes. I had to get on stage and be the hype man in the clothes. In other words, it was too close of a call.
Right.
Make a long story short.
Straight from the airport to the show.
Yes. And I told him, I said, man, we're not going to chance that no more. I'll just move my shit down there and I'll make it work some kind of way. And that's how I was in Port Arthur over a year. And so and when I was leaving, he said, oh boy, he was always, see, Chad was the kind of dude, I learned this about Chad that I didn't know, that he'll help you as long as you're doing something.
You got to, he
ain't finna do it for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to see you helping yourself.
Yes, in other words, he knew I could write, but I wasn't as a prolific writer as him and Bun. You know what I mean?
Right.
He knew that he was going to produce the beats, but he wanted me to take initiative and, come, Pimp, check this rap out. Give me something for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I wasn't doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was more down there in hustle mode. Well, I was down there in hustle mode. You know, Port Arthur was the first city I went to where everybody smoked weed. You know what I'm saying? And we could, I ain't gonna incriminate myself, but I was in hustle mode.
Hey man, they
I was in hustle
go
mode,
dig
man.
back 30 years ago when you was a teenage, man.
Yeah, we buying quarter pounds and rolling Swizzles, and they were the first person I seen sell. We weren't selling sweets.
Selling swiss, man.
Yeah,
That's why I saw them when niggas in H-Town started that.
3 for
Well,
10
that area.
and all that. Yeah, that's what Switzer House.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had Switzer houses down there. I was like, we ain't got this shit in Dallas.
Man, I had learned that game from H-Town.
Exactly.
I started with $60 back in the day, bought an ounce of weed.
Yep.
By the time the end of that weekend, 3 days, I had $800 and something dollars. My nigga was like, damn. I was like, that's that H-Town. Them sweets was rolling.
With a zip in my sock.
Yeah.
All with about 100 blocks.
Yeah.
Sold out in that hole. I never moved out of one spot.
Hey.
In Port Arthur.
I believe you.
In Port Arthur, my nigga. And so, but that's the old Bobo. That's the old Bobo.
Hey,
you know, that's
we all got a pass.
Yeah, we all got a pass. You know, that's back when I was a hustler. So, you know, my kids gonna see this. They don't know this about their daddy, but you the first I'm telling this to. You got some shit.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, run that shit up, Trey. I come from the 30. I'm sipping on 30. My money need laundry. My pistols are dirty.